and welcome to Monday Night's Unstoppable Overcomers, where we have the amazing Tim Sohn. And Tim is an amazing guy, and you'll find out why in just a minute. You'll find out just how amazing he truly is. I'll just give a brief introduction. Tim is the creator of the Survive and Rise with Live video courses and coaching programs, where he teaches how to launch your own show in 6 weeks and Sean social media solutions. When the pandemic hit, he began teaching others how to use the power of live video to make massive impact after hosting his own show, The Tim and Jim Show, for more than 2 years now. And I had the very pleasure of being on there as a guest not too long ago. And when he's not teaching others how to live stream, Tim's creating social media content for small businesses and planning and producing live shows and hybrid and virtual events for those who also want to make a big impact, a massive impact, so that they can host and focus on the conversation. And Tim focuses more on the behind the scenes. But we are also here because Tim just came out with his leukemia survivor story, and he's going to share a little bit about that. And this man loves his Dunkin' Donuts iced coffee. So, coffee! Is that how you say it? Team Coffee. So without further ado, I want to introduce the amazing Tim Sohn, and thanks for coming on the show tonight.
Thank you for having me. This is great to be here. You were in my live streaming course, so this is great. I am not a host tonight. I am a guest, and you get to grill me, so I'm looking forward to this.
After he whined all day and said, "Don't grill me too hard."
Don't tell anybody. Don't tell the 5,000 people that are watching.
That's right. 5,000 people. That's right. That is. It's a record-breaking evening tonight, and I love that.
But should we thank the people that are here?
Yes, we should. We should thank the people that are here. We thank Miss Nancy. Are you friend? Say love. We have the amazing Russ Hedge. Russ Hedge. Shout out to both of you. Shout out to you, sir. It's another overcomer that has been on the show too. That's awesome. Tim the guest. Love it. And Nancy is in the house.
Thanks for being here, Nancy, and everyone.
Yes.
We love you.
We love you. So, Tim,
yes.
I think this is like the fourth time that you're sharing, or maybe fifth time you're going to be sharing your leukemia story. So,
fourth time. Yeah.
Ooh, I'm honored that I'm number 4.
You are number 4, but I'm still honored to be here and share my story. I've received so many nice messages from people who have been inspired by my story, that have shared their story with me, and so many nice comments and all the things. So I'm happy to be here.
And it's also amazing. Yes, like you said, I was in your course, so it's actually nice that the teacher's here. Well, the student up here with the teacher's there, or is that how you say it? Or is that reversed? I don't know. I can't remember.
I don't know, but welcome to my bedroom.
Yes, the pink bedroom.
Yes.
He is happily married, folks. So his wife loves the color pink. So to honor his wife, he decided that was a good color.
Yes.
So Tim, tell us a little bit about your leukemia story here, and if anybody has any questions in the comments. The student becomes the teacher. Ooh, there we go. I like that. Shout out to that.
Yes. So in 2008, I believe I was 26 years old. I had some purple bruises on my legs, and so I went to the doctor, and they did some blood tests. And on my way, when I was leaving the doctor's parking lot, I got a phone call on my cell phone saying, you need to go to the hospital right now. You need to go to Westchester Medical Center, which was like 2 hours away. So I went, and they did all sorts of tests on me, and it turned out that I had chronic leukemia. And we do have some history in the family with different kinds of cancers, and my sister Mary, who passed away when she was 7, she passed away of a brain aneurysm very suddenly. So headaches make us a bit nervous, as well as leukemia, cancer. So I was in the hospital for about a week, maybe less. And so it's been almost 15 years. In December, it'll be 15 years that I'm surviving with chronic leukemia. The numbers go up and down. Maybe like 1 or 2 years ago, I was down to 0% leukemia cells. Now it's like point something something. It's still very small. So I'm
That's
very
amazing.
lucky. Yeah.
We have your sister. Shout out to live
Oh,
streaming.
Eileen. Hello, sister.
And
Other of
Jenna
you.
Gold. Pleasure to
Jenna
have you here.
Gold. She's the first person that I told my story on.
Yes, you're inspiring so many people, and you absolutely are.
Thank you.
So for 15 years, you've been battling leukemia. Did you say, what went through your mind when you first heard those words, leukemia? Did you really knew what that meant, or did you, what was your first reaction, I guess?
The only thing I knew about leukemia was that I had heard that someone who went to my school when I was younger had leukemia and he had passed away. That was really the only thing. That was the only time I had ever heard about leukemia. So I really had no idea, no idea what to expect. Yeah. So I mean, I would say the most challenging part, just in terms of like thinking in terms of the future, I would say was from like driving from the doctor to the hospital, and then what's going to come next. Really had no idea.
Right. And you were in your early 20s, right? I believe you said.
I think I was like 26.
26. Okay. So, you have your whole life ahead of you. And at 26, you're basically handed this and said, here, deal with it now. I don't know about you, but with me, I always go to the what's next phase. For me, it's like, I'm not going to freak out. Let's just find out what all the phases are first, and then I'll have my freak out moment. How did you handle the being told that you had leukemia at the age of 26?
I mean, there was a lot of unknowns. I didn't know. I mean, what has happened is that I have to take oral chemo medication for the rest of my life, which is very expensive. If we didn't have insurance, it's at least $10,000 for 1 month
Wow.
of medication. Now we're lucky, so lots of gratitude for that.
Yeah.
But really had no idea what to expect. They did some tests in the hospital, and I've been very lucky. I've had to change medications a few times, just because over time sometimes they're not quite as effective. Your body kind of gets too used to them, but luckily with chronic myeloid leukemia, I think there's at least 5 options now for medications. Yes, Paige Stefan Kaplan. Although Stefan told me he can't be here, but we still love Stefan.
Yes, we do. And Brian's here.
Hey, Brian.
Good to see
What's up,
you
Brian?
in the house.
Yes.
Carl, I think, is a little bit busy at the moment. He's dealing with some issues. 15 years, phenomenal anniversary. Absolutely. Driver's license age.
Yes.
So, but you met Joy after that, after you were diagnosed with leukemia?
That's a funny story. We were just starting to go out when this was only like several months after I was diagnosed. And she actually I didn't tell her right away. Like, we'd only been dating a little while. And she had found an appointment slip on the refrigerator that said, whatever, oncology, blah, blah, blah. And she's like, So she asked me about it. I don't think she said it quite that way. But yeah, so she's been, known about it for a long time too. So
I couldn't imagine, just coming home and seeing the appointment on the refrigerator. I would be like, oh my God, but that is amazing that, but when you love somebody, you stick with them, right? That's the whole point of love. And
that's right. When you love somebody.
You love somebody.
Yes.
Paging Ross.
Ross is amazing. I should tell you the other day, well, I haven't been feeling good for like 1 to 2 weeks. And everybody has been so gracious. I put the course kind of on hold for a while, and I have some upcoming events going on. And I just put a post up the other day saying, could somebody write 2 press releases for me? And Ross Brand wrote a press release for one of the workshops I'm doing,
Awesome.
as well as somebody else that I know locally here that I've given a workshop for. So I'm so grateful for them, because I was like, Ross Brand writing a press release for this workshop. I was like, I love him. He's amazing. Biggest heart and amazing live streamer.
Joy is pretty amazing.
Yeah, she brings so much joy.
And you've been taking great steps to take care of yourself, and that's important, especially, you know, in these times. So these headaches that you've been getting, I think you said on and off for 5 years, but it's been really intense right now. So tell us, I don't know, for those of you that don't know Tim at all, some of you probably don't know that are watching right now, but some of you that do. So what if it's been a crazy runaround for you, you know, because I know you, I know the story and seeing your post like that, but just for our viewers, tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, so I've been getting chronic headaches for at least 5 years. I'm sure it's longer than that. Some days they're worse, some days they're better. Usually in the morning, it's the worst. But over the last 2 weeks, they've been like strong, like stabbing headaches, like in the back right of my head. And I also have this ringing in my ear, which I still have now. So that's really distressing as well. So I've been trying to get to the bottom of these headaches for 5+ years. I've gone to neurologists, I've gone to chiropractors, I've gone to my primary care doctor, I've gone to a headache center, and nothing ever works. Everyone usually, they never really get to the root cause of it. They say, take this medication. And if that medication doesn't work, they say, take this medication. And nothing ever works. Even like extra strength Tylenol or extra strength whatever, it never works for my headaches. The only thing that really works is, and it doesn't totally take it away, but I feel much better when I'm outside in the fresh air, taking walks. You guys, I'm sure, seen photos and videos of me walking along the Delaware or waterfalls, or you know, hanging out with the bears and the turkeys and those kind of things. So
beautiful waterfalls out there. Nancy's recommendation is that you hug a tree, put your feet in water, and be barefoot in the grass. Connect with nature. Nature speaks to your soul, Tim. I think
I've been doing that. I've been doing all of those things. That's why she said that. I have pictures. Well, not that I can show right now. But I actually went. I did. I'll show you later. I have a picture. Yeah.
I love
down by the river. And this morning I went down by the river and I put my feet in the river, in the water, and I took videos and pictures, and it just felt great. It just felt great. It just feels so great to be in nature. Survey says he's done them all.
He's done them all. I feel like we're on the Family Feud.
Are we feuding?
No. But when they say survey says.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Love your pictures of your walks.
Love. Yes, yes. And everybody in the comments say love or love. Oh, sorry, I'm taking over. Sorry.
No, go ahead. I want to hear them all say love, love, or out, or yes, out. Now more than ever. Not going to say I told you so, but
yeah, Nancy's kind of been inspiring me to do more nature, weirdo, creepy things that I'm loving. Yeah.
So another thing you've been doing, which I absolutely love, and I haven't got to that place yet because I'm still dealing with some stuff that needs to be happened before I can really radiate my reel. Yes. Because I feel real too raw right now. So
I get it.
You know, we love you. Yes, we do.
I love y'all.
Tell us about this Radiating Reel campaign that you and Nancy have going on, because I think that that's just absolutely amazing. I've seen, for those of you that haven't seen Tim's post, you need to go over to his LinkedIn and you need to go and look at those posts, because you've been what, 24 days doing this now? 25 days?
I think it's more now. I think I might be up to 26. I don't even know. Oh my gosh. Yeah, so to be clear, Nancy created this movement. I did not create it. I just jumped on it and have kept going. She originally intended for people to create one post, and now it's 20 something by me. But other people as well have been creating multiple ones, like Kara Olker and other people. So basically, the Radiating Real movement was created by Nancy for you to take off your mask, show up on social media as you are, your beautiful self, without your makeup, without your whatever you do to make yourself nice and shiny every day. Just show up in the moment, maybe tell a little bit about, what's going on with you that day, tell a little story, and then share some other information that how other people can get involved. So so I've been doing it for 20, I don't even know, 20 something days. And it started out with just, I don't even remember what the first posts were, but I ended up telling my leukemia story as a result of seeing a video by Steve Sullivan on LinkedIn. And he had done a recorded video about a National Cancer Survivor Day. And he has acute myeloid leukemia, and I have chronic myeloid leukemia. So I saw that video, and then Nancy Lewis Hill was supposed to be on Jenny Gold's show, but then she couldn't make it. So then Jenny invited me on the show, and I was like, okay, but it's an autoimmune disease focused show. What am I going to talk about? And then I was like, oh, wait, I have one of those. But I've never really told my story before, not as in depth, like not on live video, right. A few things here and there, but I've been kind of, like it's a big deal when you decide to share such a personal story with, people more in depth.
It is. It's very personal, but I also believe that that's how we relate to other people, right? Because we all go through something in life, but for people to hear your story, because how you say it and how your story went could identify with people that don't identify with my story. So that's why it's important for us to radiate our real and get our stories out there. So that is absolutely, absolutely amazing. Out. Which, by the way, you then inspired me, because even though we've been battling cancer for 2 years with my dad, I didn't even know this was Cancer Survivor Month, just because of everything that's been going on lately. And I'm just like, okay, well, you inspired me to open up the show and say, hey, any cancer survivor that wants to come on the show in the month of June, please message me and we'll get you on. Just so happens I've had 2 extra people. That's how Steve Sullivan was on last week. I had Amanda Evie on the Friday before that. I have Jessica Goal is coming on Wednesday night. And I have another one that messaged me, but he wants to talk with his family first, because he's really not. He wants to make sure everybody's okay, which I completely 100%.
I have some experience with that.
Exactly. So look what you've started, and I get it. Family members don't understand that, because they don't do what we do. They don't put themselves out there. So for them, it's hard to have all your family on laundry aired, but we're also helping other people. So that's why we do it.
Yeah.
Well, that's why I do it.
I mean, I do think it's important to, before you tell your story, I wish I spoke to my family before sharing the story, because I know there are certain things that they don't want me to share, and that's totally fine. There's certain things that have not been shared more publicly, and I want to respect that, Yeah. But at the same time, I've received so many messages from people, whether it's about leukemia or chronic headaches. I mean, one person messaged me and said that she's had chronic pain her entire life, and that she thought about taking her own life, not recently, but in the past. Mm-hmm. And so many people have reached out to me with sharing their stories and just such beautiful messages, and I did not expect any of this. Like, before this Radiating Real thing, I was writing about live streaming and marketing and social, transactional, blah, blah, blah.
Right.
And then I show up as a real person and I share this thing. Hey, I'm gonna 15 years. I've survived leukemia for 15 years. In December, it'll be my 15-year survival anniversary, if that's a thing. So yeah, it's just like when you show up as yourself, like as a person, like people connect with people before they connect with you as like a business owner, right? Like we all go through things that are wonderful or crappy or all the things, especially like we just are this pandemic
Yeah.
thing.
Right.
You know, it's I just in terms of like I encourage people to share your story on a more personal level. Now, you don't have to, if you have cancer and you're not comfortable sharing that, then don't share that. But maybe there's something else that you can share.
Yeah.
Maybe it's something wonderful that happened to you, a story that you can tell.
Yeah.
But it's all about like relating with other people on the human level.
Right. I'm just going to go to the comments for a quick minute.
Yeah.
There's no wrong way or time to radiate your real, which is true. But I'm ready. And I talked to my family first on this one. I haven't talked to them about everything, but I will on this issue. See, Nancy appreciates you embracing your real and
I mean,
inspiring others.
I need to thank her for creating this movement because if she didn't, I would not be creating more vulnerable social media posts. I would not have told my leukemia story. I would not be sharing my daily struggles with chronic headaches. None of that. And the response from people has just been so beautiful. So thank you, Nancy. You are
So
amazing.
she did ask a question, and this poses a good question. Why do you think of it as dirty laundry? Illness is not shameful.
Well, I think you need to think of it as like how is it going to affect you if you put out that you have a whatever illness it is, right? Like is that going to affect like if you're searching for a job or if other families members don't already know about it, like are they going to be comfortable with it? Like I think you should balance out the pros and cons of doing this. Now, do not do it the way that I did it. I just ran with it, and I shouldn't say do not because I don't regret doing it. I do not because
Right.
it's so many things have happened over the last month that I'm grateful for. You know, um,
Or
yeah,
is it this?
yeah, the heart thing. I know.
The
I'm
hard
doing
thing.
the prayer thing. Heart.
Own it, own it, own it is what, yes. And like you said, I totally get what you're saying because like I said, I have not approached my family on any of the stuff that I've shared. And a lot of it is, yes, I've overcome a lot, and some of it is some of their stuff too, like my parents' illnesses and things like that. And I'm blessed that they didn't freak out. And I'm blessed that, I didn't go into grave detail, but I mean, sharing that even can be hard on them because they're not used to that, right? Everybody wanted to hide stuff, but when we bring it to light, then it doesn't have any power over us anymore. And that's why I do it. And to help other people. So I
Yeah,
totally get
100%, 100%. And also, I mean, for me, I don't know about you, Dorothy, like how long you've been telling your story, but I was not telling any of this until just within the last month, the last 2 weeks. So to
yeah,
go from almost no personal, I mean, I would share pictures of like our kids or, me and our kids or Joy and me and the kids or a picture of me at Dunkin or, like light, things because family is important to me and coffee is important to me. And, you know,
put
yeah,
the two
basically
together and
that.
it's a perfect match. So shout out to
Yes.
that.
Shout out to that.
Shout
Yes.
out to that. So, okay, so I have a question here that I've thought up of. So
Yeah.
now that you've gotten out there and you're rating your grill and you're being your authentic self, how do you And then because before you said, oh, you were just doing like the media part and things like that. I guess it's a twofold question. Do you like being the authentic Tim better? And are you going to try and merge the two together?
I have to figure out that part. I do like the authentic Tim. I'm not going to share everything about my life.
Right.
But what I need to figure out is how to show up as your authentic self, but also have a business and get business. Like, yes, people are reaching out to me and I'm going to be going on lots of calls with people, I think, but not like my goal is not to, sell them something. My goal is to have a conversation and like share stories with them and that kind of thing. So
right.
I think, I think there needs to be a balance in terms of when you're creating content. I mean, I think people are going to be more attracted to the personal because they can relate with it more.
Right.
But people also, like, say somebody's interested in starting their own live show, right? Like maybe I could do a video on 5 ways to overcome the fear of live video or something like that.
Right.
Like switch up the content kind of thing.
Right. We've got some more comments here. Brian's, we're just one human being, one human with a heartbeat. Absolutely.
That's right.
Nancy had told my story unexpectedly and therefore had not spoken to family prior. And yes, her family has been amazing. I remember her sharing some stories about that. Yeah. There is no separation. Before the job, the role, the title of the company, we were all humans in a heartbeat. Absolutely, Brian.
True.
Absolutely.
1,000,000%.
Yes, I totally agree with that.
And let me just say something about before this whole radiating real thing, I was trying to decide, like, how do I want to show up on social media, like as a business owner, right? Like, I'm on Brian's show, Shout Out Saturday, right? We're a little bit more wacky there, a little bit more fun there. The Tim and Jim show is lighthearted, but we don't usually use snap camera filters.
Right.
It's just me, like, I'm lighthearted, I'm fun, but educational too. Like, how do you show up as what, where, like I was grappling with that before all of this.
Right.
And then just showing up as myself has generated the most response that I've ever seen in all of my years doing all this. So.
And that is so true because, I've been sharing it'd be a year in July that I've been sharing my story pretty much every day except for the weekends.
Wow.
And
you.
Thanks. And of course, then I made it even more bigger because then I took your class and now I'm also bringing other people onto the show as well so that they can radiate their real. And to me, the best part of my day, like Mondays are the best part of my week because I get to do the show and I'm just so pumped. There's a little, there's a lot of prep during the week and things like that. And I still gotta, when I have more time, do more of the cutting and pasting and clipping together, the stuff like that, which I'll get there. But it's fun. I love this. This is what I like to do. So I thank you for, because if you wouldn't have been being the coach, then we wouldn't have had this.
Well, thank you. And I'll say that, as somebody who works on multiple shows, there are days that that I don't really want to show up. And it's not because I don't love the community, here or there. It's just that, especially with having chronic headaches or other health things that come up, you just don't feel up for it. And but like, me and Brian talk about a lot that there have been days like, right, we've just gone through a whole freaking pandemic and we've all had our struggles, right? Whether it's financial or health or we've lost someone or whatever it's, becoming Zoom mom, Zoom dad, all the things, right? We've all had our moments.
That's traumatic enough. Just
right,
saying.
exactly. But I think the beautiful part about having a live show is that you show up, and if you have a community, like you have a community here, Dorothy, or like we have on the Tim and Jim show, or Brian's show, or like Nancy has on her 2 shows, you know,
Right.
or Jenny has on her show, or all the people that have shows. Like once you actually get there and the people show up and support you, I think that like all the hesitation goes away and you just have a great time, right?
And our LinkedIn family is absolutely amazing because, you know, we all rally around each other and support each other. And that's what it's all about.
Absolutely.
Thank you, Nancy.
We do love that. We
love
love
your
that.
show.
We love that.
We love that. Yes. And the whole heart thing is the Nancy's too. She started that. Nancy started a lot of movements on here.
Yes.
I don't want to go live. I want to be there. That was last night. Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah, I watched that show. That was a great show.
I have to go watch it. I apologized. I had way too much stuff going on last night. Shout out. Yes, and shout out to Carl's show too. The Bearded Banta.
Yes, thanks for bringing that up, Eileen.
All the way from the UK. Yes.
Yeah.
Because Eileen likes beards. She likes bearded Ben.
Breaking news, Eileen. In case you wanted Dorothy to share that with the world, there you go.
Oops, sorry.
Speaking of families and sharing.
Speaking of families and share everything. Oops, sorry. What is she saying? Oh, see, she's saying it. We do. Yes, Carl is Team T, and Carl is in our group as well. And there's every day is a spat between Team Coffee and Team Tea.
That's right.
Yeah. No, because Carl's married, so we're not setting up. Well, we could set up. We could set up. If there's any bearded guys out there that are single, and that are not weird, and that are employed, and that are fun-loving, please contact us, and we'll get you in touch with Elaine. Because I don't know, and you have to be a dog lover because she's got a big dog,
and she's also Team Coffee.
And Team Coffee.
Team Coffee.
Coffee. Oh, that's right. Coffee.
That's right.
The New York accent. Single and fantastic.
Yeah. Wait, Nancy's from New York also.
We have another single and fantastic woman in the group too. So if you're from LA, people.
Welcome to the Single Show.
Welcome to the Single Show. Facebook Dating Live. Oh yeah, you can't be a creep or weird because that's just, yeah. And Nancy must be Team Coffee as well. So
no,
she's Team Tea. Really? Oh wow. Well, what was she percolating last night then? Or that show I watched? You were on a show with her with Iron.
Oh, Ira and Joe.
Yeah, she said she was percolating. So I assumed it was coffee.
Oh, I'd be in shock, but you never know.
Never know. Team Coffee. Okay, now that we got down that rabbit hole.
Yes.
Tell us. Okay, so we know about your Nancy is also a graduate of your show as well. So tell us a little bit. Yeah. So how did you? Because you worked for a newspaper back in New York, right? Back in the early days.
I worked in newspapers for more than 12 years, starting right after college up until 12 years ago. Yes, she does have a great New York accent.
Yes.
That's true.
Pro grad.
Yes. Yeah. So I worked at newspapers for 12 plus years, and then I was working for a startup newspaper in New Jersey, and the newspaper folded after 1 year, and then I ended up here in the woods in the middle of freaking nowhere. And I was like, what am I going to do without commuting like 2 hours to a newspaper job or something? Right. So I did freelancing. I freelanced for some online publications like Media Bistro and PBS Media Shift and Editor and Publisher, like how newspapers and brands were using social media for whatever goals they wanted to meet. So I was like a freelance writer in between. And then I started my business. It'll be 8 years in August. Sohn Social Media Solutions, because I was here in the middle of freaking nowhere and I didn't want to commute.
In the middle of freaking nowhere. That's
Just
a new
like that.
hashtag. I love that.
They have different spellings though. Friggin' or frickin'. Let us know which you like better. Friggin' or frickin'.
Friggin'?
Yes.
Friggin'?
They're
Or
important
friggin'?
questions.
Yes, that is an important question.
Yes.
Shout out to your freelanceness.
Thank you.
And then, yes. So what do you love about doing what you're doing right now? Being a content creator and
love.
yeah,
What do I love? I would say the people. Before the pandemic, I was working with local small businesses and local events, like promoting them, doing like creating their Facebook posts and Facebook ads and press releases and all that kind of stuff. And then the pandemic happened. And of course, all those things like restaurants and brick and mortar stores and in-person events, like all the things I was working for, that all turned to poop. So I had been doing the Tim and Jim show for poop. Yes, I'm sure somebody put in the comments poop.
Yes, Nancy, your poop. Say aluminum. Funny aluminum. You should say that, Brian.
I'm not Veronica Jeans.
Remember the poop? Remember the tinfoil story? Should we tell the tinfoil story? Finish your story first, and then we'll talk about the tinfoil story.
Where was I with my story?
Oh, sorry. What you liked best about what you're doing.
Oh, yeah. Oh, so I was kind of telling like what I was doing before. So then after the pandemic hit, I started these live streaming courses. Well, first it was called Survive with Live Video, and now it's Survive and Rise with Live. And then next time maybe I'll add some more words that rhyme. I don't know. But in the first round of the course, 25 people from South Africa, from India, from Canada, from the United States, from I don't even remember where else. Like from literally all around the world came together, and we were all freaking stuck in our houses together. Well, not together, not in separate houses,
right?
Not in the same house,
right?
And we all like wanted to launch live shows together, but separately. And it like the thing that I love the most about teaching the live streaming courses is that people literally do join from all around the world. And yes, we launch our own live shows together. We learn all the technical stuff, how to get past the fear of being on live video, how to promote the live video, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. But we get to know each other like on the personal level as well,
right?
In our weekly calls. And that's the thing I love the most about it is the relationships that are built as a result of the course, because people after the course are over still show up for shows in the comments, even when the course is over, and support each other. And that's what I love the most is the relationships, the community that's built.
Yeah. And that's absolutely true. And because I mean, with the group that we've had, this is the second round. So we've had, now we're taking the advanced part of it, and it's absolutely phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. The relationships that we've made in that group, especially with Carl and Linda and things like that. And we bounce ideas off each other. So it's absolutely exciting. And where was I in the comments? Around the world, yes.
Brian, wrong show. On Shout Out Saturday, whenever we say around the world, me and Nancy both go psh. Just like that, yes.
Yeah. The tree hugging has brought the freaking out of you.
I'm going to post these photos and videos tomorrow, so stay tuned.
Exactly. And oh wait, Kenny should be here because Kenny goes with the freaking a lot too. Kenny D. I gotta get on LinkedIn Live. I've applied I don't know how many times, but
keep applying.
I'm still applying now more than ever.
Yes, just like that.
Heard what about Elaine?
Yes, what about Elaine? Tell us.
Oh, she loved tree huggers and bearded men. Tree huggers and bearded men, they go together in perfect harmony. I'm a hippie at heart. True. I would have never have guessed that. Let's go hug a tree. Kenny, oh yeah, paging Kenny. There we go. Kenny.
Yes, let's go.
There's always a potty in the house with Kenny Day.
Everything's always scrumptious or flavor something, or yes.
Yes, I've applied 3 times. I'm waiting to Wednesday to reapply again. I'm doing it every week until they finally have enough of me and
Good.
they say yes.
I think Nancy applied 49 times, so keep trying. You'll get it eventually.
Shit. I don't want to apply 49 times, but
Keep going.
I will do whatever
it.
it takes. Ever it takes to get the job done. I'll keep doing it.
Yes.
So
yes.
I will for sure. So yes, definitely the relationships built in the course. So you have a couple more courses coming up, don't you, Tim? Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Absolutely, absolutely. So starting on July 19th is the next round of Survive and Rise. As Carl Sullivan always says, Survive and Rise with live video. So if you don't already have a show and you want to create your own live show from scratch to make more impact and more income, you can go to bit.ly/survivewithlive. And how that works is it's a 6-week course. There's a weekly recorded training that goes out for the first of the 4 weeks. And there's a weekly group coaching call where we all get together and get to know each other better and answer any burning questions that you have. And there's also homework each week. So it's pretty intense, but we will get your live show launched within the 6 weeks.
You will.
We will do it.
He will bug the crap out of you till you get it done. And I did it the last day.
You did, but you did it.
The last day. I did. Well, because my goal was to do it at a certain time, but then you kept on bugging me, so I just did it.
That's what I do.
I know.
That's
You're
right.
good. You're good. I did drop in the comments the links to Tim's courses. And wait, let me go back to some of these comments that we missed. I will keep applying. Shout out to your happiness. Scrumptious, edibly, deliciously good. Shout out to hippies. Candy told you to stop that shit last night, Nancy? I did say poop.
I think that's the highlight of this show is the poop. There seem to be more comments about poop than anything else so far.
Probably. What's July 12th?
Yes. Thank you for mentioning that, Nancy. July 12th, there is a in-person workshop that will also be streamed online. It's called How to Plan In-Person Events Again. And Nancy's actually going to be helping me with that as my online engagement specialist. For the live stream, she's going to make everybody feel just as welcome as the people will be there who are there in person. There will be a Facebook group set up. It will be live streamed into the Facebook group. We'll also make sure that all your questions get answered. So if you want to you create in-person events, to let more people know about your business, your nonprofit, whatever, then this is the event for you. And people can go to bit.ly/events again if they want to sign up for that. They can either buy a ticket. You can either buy a ticket for the in-person workshop, which is here in Northeast Pennsylvania at the Cooperage Project in Honesdale, Pennsylvania, or you can buy a live stream ticket. There's 2 different options there as well. Yeah, excited. This is my first in-person workshop, / live stream workshop since the pandemic. So I'm really excited see people in person again. Yeah.
Are you gonna do fist pump or hug? Whatever the person feels comfortable with at that
Who
moment.
Who knows?
Brian's wondering what the burning cessation do is happening. I'm not sure what that's about. So we've said poop, crap, and shit.
This is such a deep discussion. This is good. Thank you all for the insightful comments. I appreciate that.
Well, and Nancy says that you will bug the crap out of me until it's done. That's absolutely right.
I show up. See, I'm always listening in the group. I'll watch most of, or if not all of the videos that you guys do, and I'll message you afterwards or respond in the comments. And yeah, Nancy, Deborah, are you engaged? We would like to know. Are you?
Put a ring on it. I love it. Live stream ninja. You said burning. I'm not sure where this is going, but I don't maybe
Yeah,
Tycho
this
want to
isn't
know.
going down a good. Anyway, I think there was a third thing I wanted to share also. I think I messaged you. I can't remember what it was.
I put it in the comments. It was the new one on the night. Hold on.
Oh. Yeah, me and Nancy Barrows are creating a Facebook group for people who live with chronic pain. So the point of the group is to bring people together that have chronic pain and to show up for each other and support each other in the Facebook group. So if you are interested in joining it, just message myself or Nancy, and we will send you all the details, and we'll be rolling that out very soon.
And what's the best way for them to contact you, Tim?
They can message me through any of the platforms, or they can email me at the longest email address ever, Tim, Tim, at Sohn, SOHN, socialmediasolutions.com.
Yeah, solutions.
I told you it was the longest email ever.
It is.
Yes.
There we go. Oh, there.
Nancy put it.
Me to it. I was like, I'm not
Nancy.
sure if. Yeah, I didn't. Yeah, I probably didn't spell that right. So Nancy's got it. It's in the comments for Tim. No, now more than ever.com. You should do that, Tim. You should.
I should. I wonder if it's available.
We should check that out.
Yeah.
There we go. Tim at Sohn. Yes.
He's got it.
Check that out.
Thank you, Nancy.
Yes. Thank you, Nancy and Brian, for your support during this amazing broadcast.
Yes, thank you for these wonderful, insightful, deep questions and comments. I really appreciate it. Yes, thank you.
Just wait till Wednesday Wednesday's Voice Your Vibe.
Wednesdays, What's Good Wednesday? What's
Good Wednesday? We're all in it together. There we go. We rise together. I don't know if we're getting tired or what the thing is, but is there any last? First of all, we want to thank the Peanut Gallery because they have been absolutely amazing and really just blowing up the comments here. So we do appreciate you, Nancy and Brian and Jenny and Eileen, for showing up, and all our other viewers and listeners that are going to hit the replay. I know there's a couple of them that couldn't make it right away, but they will definitely watch the replay. And that's why we do this, for those that can show up, and then there's always there for the next time. So is there any last words that you want to leave our guests with tonight, Tim?
Yes. I want to thank you all for being here. Thank you to all of you that have sent me messages and audio messages and video messages and phone calls and all the things in response either to the leukemia story or the sharing about chronic migraines. I love you all. I love the community on LinkedIn, on Facebook, wherever it is, whoever shows up, you all are amazing. I want to thank Nancy for creating the Radiating Real movement, because without that, none of this would have happened this month. I want to thank Brian for being an amazing friend, even though he has very interesting comments at times. And just thank you. I also just a reiteration that if anybody's interested in joining the chronic pain community that we're creating, it's called Thriving with Chronic Pain is what we're calling it. We want to put that positive spin on it. And, just message or email myself or Nancy, and we will do that. And this has been so much fun being in the guest. I love being a guest because I don't have to do all the other things. I could just show up and radiate real.
Just show up and radiate real. That's right. Yeah. Absolutely. So Brian is saying that he learned it from you.
What?
Welcome to your world. Are you a poop disturber? I don't get that from you.
A what?
Okay, we in Canada call them shit disturbers.
What does that mean?
What does that mean? It means that you stir the pot. I don't see you as a pot stirrer, though. I don't.
Are we still live?
We are still live. We are still live, but I just want to again thank you so much for coming on, Tim. And Jenny has another. Bacon, yes, bacon and onions.
I got to bring the bacon and the onions.
Bacon and onions.
No onions on this show. Just laughs on this show.
That's right.
And smiles, which are good. I need those. Right. We all need those. Now more than ever, we need those.
Exactly. Right? Yes, we need that for sure. So again, thanks Tim for coming on. If there's any last questions for Tim, please let us know. If not, we're going to wrap this up. And please join us this Wednesday. We have another special episode with my friend Jessica. I think it's Goal. I don't know how to pronounce her last name, so I'm sorry if I massacred it. But she's going to share her cancer story as well, because I have a special place in my heart for cancer survivors, and heart. So I want to, and I'm also going to bring it into July too. I've decided that anybody
it's
who
important
wants to
all year long, not just.
I wanted the theme to keep going, but we'll see how many brave people are out there that want to share their story. Not that they're not brave if they don't share it, but it is hard. It's hard to share something that is, it can be tough at times. Let's just put it that way. You know it from yourself of having the perspective of having that, and I know the perspective of having of my father that. That's what he's going through. So we come together with that. It's the same common bond. I don't really know what it's like to have it. I pray to God I never have to. But on the other end, it's scary because the potential's there every day. But
you never know.
We never know. But we could be hit by a Mack truck tomorrow too. So you just gotta live your life.
There's that positivity also.
You just gotta live. You gotta live your life like it's your last day, and have no regrets, and love as much as you can.
Yes, love.
So with that, I hope everybody has an amazing evening. And again, thanks Tim for coming on.
Thanks, Dorothy. This was great.
I loved it, and we'll catch you guys on Wednesday. Have a good night.
Bye.